Hello, welcome to Sew at Home with Henry. In this video I'm going to be talking you through getting set up from home so that you're comfortable and confident to start sewing in your own home with your own tools. I'm going to show you some basic seams to practice and talking you through some troubleshooting ideas and choosing fabrics. I want to make sure that our sewing classes and sewing in general is accessible and easy for complete beginners to more advanced sewers. So I hope you find this information useful. So the first thing you need to think about is getting yourself a sewing machine. If you're already a keen sewer, you've probably got one at home. If not, and you're a complete beginner, I would recommend borrowing one to begin with and just checking that sewing's something you want to continue with. When you do come to investing in one, I would pop to your local haberdashery shop if you have one and have a chat with them, see what they've got in stock, and they will be able to help with maintenance, and if they've got certain brands they're more familiar with, that's a nice relationship to start up. If you're looking to get one online, I'd look for Singer or Pfaff brands. They're pretty good. They do like nice, solid, standard machines that are perfect for beginners. You don't need to be looking for an electronic screen. You can look for a manual machine. They're perfectly good, sometimes even better, to be honest. And you just want to make sure that you've got a buttonhole setting, and then also a zigzag setting is really handy, and I'll show you more about that soon. So once you have invested in one, you'll have that for many years to come. I got mine for my 18th birthday, and my mum still has hers 20, 30, 40 years later, so they're a good investment to make. So the other really important piece of equipment you're going to need is an iron. You can't sew without ironing seams first, and it's a really important part of what we're going to be showing you over the next few workshops. So invest in a decent iron. They don't need to be expensive, they just need to have a good steam setting. And most of the time when I'm sewing, it's usually cotton, sometimes linens, and you're going to select the higher steam setting. And just, it's nice to get one that does continuous steam if you choose to, but a good strong steam is great. The other thing you'll need is a good ironing board. Again, it doesn't need to be fancy, it just needs to hold its shape, and find somewhere near your sewing machine to have that, because you'll be going back and forwards a lot throughout. So the basic tools you'll need is a good pair of scissors. If you are new to sewing, like I said before, it's not worth going out and getting an expensive pair of fabric scissors. A sharp pair of paper scissors will be absolutely fine for your first few trials. Once you do decide that you'd like to continue sewing, it's nice to get a comfy pair of fabric scissors. These are Wilkinson. They're a good brand, but there's lots of brands out there that are good. They just need to be nice and sharp and comfortable to hold, not too heavy. The other basic things you'll need is an unpicker. This basically rips apart any mistakes that you make, really important. You'll need a sewing needle. I keep mine in a thread, it's nice and easy to spot, it doesn't get lost. So a needle to sew your buttons on, that's the only bit of hand sewing that we're going to be doing. You'll need pins, really important, don't try and start without pins. Mine are on a magnetic little thing to keep them together, but you can use a little sewing cushion or a box. If you're doing pattern amendments, I would recommend just having a pencil and a tape measure to make those amendments with. And then something that is handy is chalk. So I use two different colours, which I'll show you when we get into the videos why I use two. If you don't have tailor's chalk, what you can use is a bar of soap once it gets really small, basically to the size of that. And that can be used as tailor's chalk, and it's great because that also comes off with steam when you're ironing. It's actually more effective than tailor's chalk sometimes. But yeah, you can get the coloured chalk or just use soap. I am also going to be using snips a lot, which are really handy. Cost about £1. So the absolute essentials that you need before you start sewing is your scissors, pins, your unpicker, and a sewing needle. Everything else is an addition, which is nice to build up your toolkit once you're going, but it's not completely essential. It's only 4 small things that you need to begin with.